It actually hasn't been that long since the Bond updated tier list post buff, but he has made such a such a change in the game that I think it's worth doing it now, because probably the next banner we're gonna be getting is some mediocre character. It's good that right now we have such a powerful new release and such a shakeup that it's worth of actually making a update to the tier list. Now I've already I did some revisions here before recording, mainly moved down and up some characters that just have no use or maybe have a little more use than before, but the bigger changes will be made now on camera. So first, let's actually move some characters before ranking tier. Mainly, Scotty is going up, not just from the current update, but for a few weeks now, because of Bond, Scotty has been a tremendous character alongside Melascula. Scotty plus Melascula combo is pretty insane right now, and tier is like even better, but you can use these two with like Lost Vein or Purgatory Melee, and it also works incredible. These two characters combined in the current meta are very good because of Bond mainly. Even if you don't face a Bond, Scotty is still pretty good. Scotty plus Melascula. I won against 400k plus demon teams that went first against me, tried to encroach me, all that, kept disabling me with Chandler, all that stuff. Still won because he just do so much damage, you lower them by so much. It's a pretty crazy team. Also, I think it's time to rip the band-aid. Alright, it's been a while, and it's finally time. I'm putting down my L, okay? It's just the truth. Goddesses are still viable. Goddesses are viable, like using Summer Merlin is viable. Like using Philo's viable. Festival Merlin's viable. Is it really all that good though? Not anymore. There are just so much better teams. Demons were already better, like for a long time. But then the Sin team came out and like it demolishes the Goddess team. And even like the Scotty team, which revolves around lowering stats, because you do so much damage, you absolutely demolish them. Like the damage reduction they have is just not enough. You'd think it is because it's a lot of damage reduction, but it's just not. It is what it is, you know. It is a team that got abandoned. They didn't get a single new character. We will ignore Tristan and Ludocio, wherever he is. They haven't got a single really good character since Mael. Mael dropped and they didn't support the team at all. While it was the case with Demons where Estarossa dropped and guess what? Demons kept getting units. Zeldris, Kusok, Chandler wasn't as good, but we got him, and then Purgatory Melee, and now LR Lost Vein, like Demons kept getting stuff. While the Goddesses were left in the mud. Maybe one day Goddesses will get another unit, but for the time being, I think that Band-Aid had to be ripped out. I was actually, by the way, gonna put down Ascanor as well. I'm not ready to do that. Mentally, I'm not ready to do that. There's been a pop-up of a lot of Sin teams with Ascanor, and also Ultra Rush teams with Ascanor, so I'm gonna keep him there for now. But you're on my side, mister. It's just an unfortunate thing with characters that are meant to do a shit ton of damage. Characters that do more damage end up coming out. Is what it is. And Ascanor's getting pretty old. Like, the only other DPS character in here that is as old as Ascanor is no one. Ascanor is the oldest DPS character at the top here. It is how it is, right? Purgatory Melee is more recent. Not that much more recent, but he's more recent. Lost Vein is more recent because, his LR form is more recent. Bond's more recent. I guess Estarossa if you count him as a DPS, but he's more of an all-arounder support. Really feel like now, with the unknowns, I really want to put Echidna up again. I will put her for the time being, but it will be a trial run here. we'll give it a few weeks, and maybe next tier list she'll go back down. But it seems to be a great combo with Freyr's new Holy Relic, which, by the way, Freyr got a magnificent Holy Relic. So, what about Light Liz's Relic? She's still a goddess, so she stays here. Unfortunate, but true. So a lot of the Ragnarok characters, right, got a major buff with tier coming out. So I'm gonna put Freya up. She's not up here, but she's better now. The combos with Freya and him are pretty good. Where is Red Brynhildr as well? I also don't think she would be classified as meta, but she's definitely more usable, and you can make teams for her. There is a team I haven't made a video on yet that you go second with Red Brynhildr, Dien, and Tyr. You know, Tyr has a taunt, dodge food, Zeldris in the back. Works pretty well. Doesn't work well every time, but it works pretty well against specific teams. It works pretty well against the Sin team as well. And I think that is it for the PvP ups and downs. There were a few downs that I made just because, you know, characters, as they get old, they start to struggle in specific situations when it comes to team building. Like Mono. Mono could have been a really great character, but catastrophes suck. You know, it just is what it is, right? It's the same thing. I think Mael in a vacuum is an amazing character. Goddesses suck. Is what it is, you know? I am considering putting Ghislaine up because of Tyr, but for the time being I won't, because the team that you use Ghislaine and Tyr is very good, but there's a lot of downsides to it. It's very good against Sin team, but it's very bad against demons, I've found. So I don't think I need to say anything. I don't want to say he's like a best student in the game contender, but he's at least top 2 or 3. It's really hard. It's really hard to say he's not the best student in the game. And I mean overall, because when it comes to PvE, he's at the top. He's just at the top. He is a unit that I think should not be an original character. I mean, what I mean by that is, I think the kit that he got, genuinely, this kit, like all he does here, applies Berserk to the, you know, allies that are Ragnarok and Unknown, which is crazy. If you're at 66% HP, which is not even that much of a lowering, right? You get 50% attack? Like that? It's not even that hard, really. And then 15% single target damage for free? The taunt is pretty good. Then he gets 45% crit damage per Unknown or Ragnarok ally in battle. 15% like damage just for free, I guess, because you're gonna run him on the team, except with Scotty, then you get 10, but you know. Also, he lowers enemy core resistance by 40%. This should have been a festival unit. If not, bro, this should have been a Sin festival unit or something. This should have been like, I think this should have been the kit for Festival Galfer. Remove the Ragnarok thing, have Unknown and maybe Demons. Maybe just Unknown. Unknown and Sin, alright? Unknown and Sin, right? And, dude, he would be such a good unit. And he would have been a character people care about. But Tyr is so unbelievably good, and I don't give a shit. Like, I give a shit because he's good, not because of the character. He's cool looking, sure, he looks really cool. I don't know his story, you know what I mean? So, to me, as much as I want to have like, oh my god, I love this character, I use the character because he's good. I don't love this character. I love using Ascanor. No matter if I think Tyr is better than Ascanor, if there's an opportunity for me to use Ascanor over Tyr, I will, right? But I gotta admit, Tyr is better. By the way, I put down Brawler, Bon, and King from the top because the only reason why they were at the top to begin with was because Dogs and Snake. So Dogs, Bon, and King combo is like crazy because you can like bypass damage, but my god, it takes so long. And with so many new characters we've got a free Tonor. We got a free Tonar, alright? we got it for free, alright? We got a free Freyr as well, didn't we? I think we got a free Freyr. Like, there's no reason why you'd want to use King plus Bond. There's so many faster teams, it's not really worth it. And then for a Snake, it's only floor 1, and especially post Snake buff, or sorry, the post Snake nerf. There's no reason why I would want to use this slow ass team. Use something better, but still usable. So I kept him there. Also bumped up Melascula, the Melascula tier, Freyr, and who a Trinameli combo was the first time I even attempted doing the Snake floor 3, and it was a breeze. So good. He's just so good. Yeah. I think that's it. There were some other characters I was thinking about putting up. Oh, I'm thinking about putting up Ragnarok at the end, but the best tier teams, honestly, don't use her. For my fun and enjoyment, I love using the end because of her crit chance increase, right? So I love using her, but the best teams for him don't use her. So, you know, gotta consider that. And then characters like Green Arthur. The Taunt team with Green Arthur, Ultra Rush with Bond is not as popular right now, but I think it's basically just as effective, so I'll keep it around. We'll see next month how you know the meta evolves with tiers release and stuff like that. If it's even less of a use case, I'll put him down. I'm keeping Twigo around because the Twigo Ultra Rush teams are violent right now. There's so many Twigo, Lost Vein, Liz, Twigo, Liz, Ascanor, Purgatory, Malik, loads of them, and I think I should explain anyone else, honestly. One thing I want to ask, if you're still watching, should I put down Tarmiel? Because the only reason why he's at the top is because of his link, right? But I felt like I should put down Mael, even though his link is also very good. His link is better, generally speaking, than Red Sauriel. Red Sauriel link is really good, and I put Red Sauriel in Tarmiel because it looks so weird having these two characters that are very bad at the top here. The Tarmiel link, sorry, the Mael link is generally better because Red Sauriel only applies when you crit, and a lot of these times in PvP now, you're not critting every hit, right? You're missing a few. So in average, Mael's link is better. Should I keep it here? Even though Mael himself, I feel like shouldn't deserve to be there. So, but Tarmiel link is so good that it feels like he should be here. Like Tarmiel link is in a different level. He is a unit on your team without being a unit on your team. The link is just that good, right? So that's why I didn't just straight up do it. And I'm more like questioning. Oh yeah, Sigurd I'm putting up as well. Really great combo with Tyr and Freyr. Definitely not optimal, but very, very fun. Very, very strong as well. That's it for now. Let me know if I missed anyone that should have gone up or down. And that's about it.